Hey guys, this is Patty B within the Holler. I got another firearm I'd like to share with y'all. This is the Springfield Armory Hellion, chambered in 5.56 millimeter NATO. We'll go ahead and clear it real quick, and clear. The Hellion's a Croatian-made bullpup style semi-automatic rifle that uses a short stroke gas piston and rotating bolt and feeds from standard Stanag or AR-15 style magazines. The Hellion's a civilian version of the HS Products VHS-2 fully automatic rifle adopted by various militaries, including Croatia, where it was designed and is produced. I'd like to give a shout out to my buddy Uppus, who let me borrow this rifle for this review. He just got it and put a handful of rounds through it and promptly gave it to me to take home and do a review, so big shout out to him. I've got a little bit of experience with bullpup style rifles. I own a Tavor X95 and I've got well over 1,000 rounds through it. And I have shot a MSAR 5.56, Steyr AUG clone. So I've got a little bullpup time under my belt. I don't know that much about this rifle. I haven't time to do a whole lot of research, so I'm not an expert, but we'll go over it and we'll shoot it and I'll tell you what I think about it. But it's got a 16-inch barrel, and this thing weighed 8 pounds 1 ounce on my scale without this optic. He's put a Vortex Spitfire 3-power prism. So first time I've shot that, so we'll give that a try and see how that does. So we'll go over some of the features on this. If you're not sure, you probably are, because you're watching this video, but a bullpup basically just means that the action, the chamber, and all that is behind the trigger. So we'll start back here at the back, and you've got a buttstock here, which is adjustable, which is kind of a unique feature on a bullpup. With this thing adjusted all the way out, your length of pull is extraordinarily long. So I guess if you're like a 6'4" guy, that may work for you. For me, I like it all the way in. And even then, the length of pull is a little bit long. It's an inch longer than my Tavor with this all the way in. So just a smidge longer. So all this frame here is polymer. It feels really good. It's got this nice cheek piece, nice round and soft, which is pretty neat because this is a fully ambi rifle, so it's nice on both sides. This is it's set up right now, obviously, for right-hand ejection, but I'm not exactly sure of the process, but it's supposed to be really simple to change this from right hand to left hand, which is pretty cool for our left-handed guys out there. The magazine row and the magazine release is right there. Kind of like, I think that's similar to the AUG. Just push the button and rip it out. The bolt release on this is kind of unique. I'm not sure if there's anything else like there, but if you lock the bolt to the rear and want to release the bolt, this tab here slides that way. And I think the easiest way is to pinch it. Although obviously if your bolt's locked to the rear, you can also run the charging handle to make that work, whichever way you want to go, but you can just pinch that and you send your bolt forward. So look at this side a little bit. The safety is ambi as well. It's not quite as ergonomic as if on an AR-15, where it's kind of like right where it's perfect, but you kind of have to change your grip maybe just a little bit to use that. I wish it was a little bit easier, but it is what it is. The trigger on this, bullpups aren't known for having great triggers, and this is no exception. It's got quite a bit of take up, and then it gets heavy. And they say it's like a 7-pound trigger, and that's probably what it feels like. When you get spoiled with good AR-15 triggers, this just doesn't feel that great. But for a rifle like this is more than good enough. I'll show you your reset. Nice and loud, and there that is. So. The pistol grip here sure looks swappable to me. I'm not 100% sure, but I would guess that you can change this out for any kind of pistol grip that you desire. You got this nice rail on top, which comes included with factory backup sights, which are pretty neat. It's got like a rotating dial here that has different apertures. And then your front got like a hooded post, which is pretty cool. Pretty nice for factory backup sights. Your charging handle is ambi and is sort of, I guess, G36 style, that you can pull it out either way to use it. Non-reciprocating, of course. And then you've got all this nice rail space out here you want. And then you've got this fore-end here that has M-lock at all the right positions, so you can put whatever you want on there. Sling attachments, this thing has plenty. It's got QDs at least 3 or so on each side, and it's even got like the loop right here. We can put a clasp on one. So definitely no shortage of sling attachments on this bad boy. It's got a 2-position gas system here, which is just normal and suppressed. And then out here on the end, you've got a 4-prong flash hider. So this thing's pretty cool. You know, I used to not be much of a bullpup guy, but after getting that Tavor, I've grown to love it. I feel like that maybe slightly more ergo than this, but you know, we'll see. You just got to run it and get used to it and see what you think about it. But this thing's definitely pretty cool, and I'm looking forward to shooting it. We'll take it apart real fast, or we'll just pull the bolt and carrier out just so you can kind of get a look, see what it looks like. But if you pull that pin out, you're supposed to rotate that out, and then you just kind of pull the rear out. You got a spring and a guide rod, and you can get your bolt and carrier. This looks like a long stroke gas piston, but you know, technically I guess it's a short stroke because you probably got a little tap it in there, tapping on this. But you know, definitely kind of AK-ish up here and kind of AR 180-ish looking down here, but it's kind of unique. The cam system for the rotation of the bolt is in there as opposed to like on the side, but it's pretty neat. So, all right. Reinstallation, you know, it's just the opposite. If I can get it right here. All right. That's as far as we're going to take this bad boy down, but it's pretty cool, pretty easy to get the guts out of it and do some cleaning. You have to. I know you can take this down a lot farther and do some more extensive cleaning, but that's all we're going to do today. But well, anyways, it's a cold and rainy day here in Middle Tennessee, which most people hate, but I love. So we're going to take this bad boy out and ring a bunch of steel and let you know what we think about her. All right, I think we got the 3-power prism sighted in pretty close. So we'll take some shots at 100 yards with it. All right, shooting pretty good. All right, let's try that 200-yard plate. All right, not too hard, you know. I got a 3-power prism. It's only 200 yards, but you know, even without the greatest trigger in the world, you can definitely do some work at 200. All right, we're back inside from shooting the Springfield Armory Hellion, and man, it was quite a bit of fun. We'll go ahead and clear it real quick. Yeah, this thing's pretty cool. Had a couple buddies come out, they wanted to shoot it, and we ran a total of 250, 300 rounds over a good range day session. Reliability wise, this thing had some hiccups with steel cased ammo. It didn't want to run the cheap stuff. It wouldn't lock back on an empty magazine, and had some failures to feed with it. It just seemed like it just didn't have enough power, or maybe it hasn't been broken in yet, and it was just, the action's too stiff for it. But we swapped over to brass case ammo, and everything ran fine after that. It was good with it was good with full power. So if you're thinking about getting one of these and you like to run on a steel case, I don't know. But other than that, it was just a whole lot of fun to shoot. This thing just looks awesome. It looks awesome. My buddy said it's a cross between a FAMAS and a G36, and I guess that's a pretty good description because that is what it looks like. Really soft shooting, but it's over 8 pounds, so 223 doesn't kick that much, but it does shoot really flat. The controls on it, because when you're talking about bullpups, sometimes they can be wonky. I thought the magazine release was well thought out. I thought that was good. The bolt release, not as good as like a Tavor, but still good enough. The one thing that I really struggled with was the safety, because with my grip, I could not manipulate the safety without breaking my hand from my normal shooting grip. But one of my buddies that shot it, he had no problem. He couldn't understand why I couldn't do it. But the way I grab it, it's just my thumb it just does not work. It's just really difficult for me. But he had no issue, so maybe that's just a me thing. Yeah, the safety and then the trigger, well, we all know bullpup triggers not going to be great, and this was no exception. And it's not even that it's that heavy, it's just a super long length of pull. Let's see, I had to move my hand to get there to take it off a safe. Super long length of pull, and then it's just mushy. Not terrible, you can ring 200-yard steel with it all day long, so it's definitely usable. Now, I think maybe we just get spoiled using, such good AR-15 triggers, but yeah, I can deal with the trigger. I wish somebody would make maybe an aftermarket safety that would change the angle of this lever a little bit. But other than that, I really enjoyed shooting it. I feel like these backup sights, even though we didn't really use them since my buddy's got his optic on there, the backup sights looked excellent. And, it handled well. It is a little bit on the long side with the longer length of pull, but I didn't really have that much issue with it. My only issue, like I said, was, manipulating safety without taking my hand off from its normal shooting grip. But definitely a cool gun. I do like it has adjustable gas block. It's only 2 position, but that's good enough. Suppressed and unsuppressed. So this thing is definitely cool looking though. A big Hellion on there. Some people probably gonna love that. Some people are gonna hate it. But well, there you go, guys. Springfield Armory Hellion. Y'all have a nice day.